Okay, this is the first step for your Photopea challenge for you to get used to using this program and understanding how to use the different tools. So the first step, if you read part 1, it says to download the Nike shoe photo located in the Google Drive folder. Okay, so let's go do that. So you're going to open up that Google Drive folder that I shared with you. Here's the Nike picture. If I double click on it, it will open up into a new window, and I can just click on these 3 buttons. Actually, for 3 buttons for you, otherwise you might have a little down arrow. That's the download. So click download, some kind of download. That's going to drop into your downloads folder on your computer. All right, so now let's go back to the directions, and it says navigate to Photopea. This is the program that you're going to be using. You can just click directly on this document, and it will open up the program, which is going to load right here, Photopea. And now let's say I'm going to go back to, I'm going to be doing a new project. Let me reload the site. There's photopea.com. What I'm going to say is open from computer. I'm going to click on this button right here. Open from computer. Otherwise, go up to File and say Open. Okay, now you're going to go to your Downloads folder where you downloaded that Nike shoe and click on that Nike shoe and say Open. There it is. All right, there's my shoe. So now I'm going to go back to the directions and read what's the next step. So it says, I've gotten my photo downloaded, I've gone to Photopea, I've opened the shoe. Now I need to use my lasso tool to cut out the background of the shoe. Hint, be sure to complete the full circuit from beginning to end and select the inverse. All right, so let's do that. Go back to Photopea. One of the things I'm going to do first is zoom in. So there's this zoom tool right at the bottom. And if I click on this plus button at the top of my screen and just select down on my screen, it's going to zoom me in to the shoe. Or if I click the minus button, it will zoom me out. Okay, so I've zoomed into my shoe. I'm going to now go to my lasso tool, which is the second tool down. Under this rectangular select tool, there's like a little drop down menu. Go to the drop down menu and select lasso. Once I select the lasso, you're going to get a crosshair on your mouse. Basically, you're clicking and dragging and drawing around the shoe as if you're cutting it out with a pair of scissors. Okay, just carefully draw out around your shoe. If you mess up, don't worry, just start over. But keep holding, don't let go of your mouse. Click and then draw until the beginning of the line meets the end of your line. Okay, once it does, once you get there, you can let go of your mouse. And you're going to notice it turns into a dotted line. That means that your entire shoe is selected. Okay, so now you're going to need to delete this. So if you hit backspace on your keyboard right now, look what happens. Oops, the shoe is deleted. You don't want to delete the shoe. You want to delete the inverse. You want the background to be deleted. So Control Z or Command Z to undo that mistake. And before you hit backspace on your keyboard, go up to Select. Up top, the inverse, right here, the inverse. Okay, select the inverse. Oops, I accidentally clicked on something, so now I have to draw again. That might happen, so just carefully draw again. Don't get frustrated. Around your shoe. Till it meets a full circuit. Select the inverse. Now hit backspace or delete on your keyboard. There you go. You have just deleted your background in step 1. Okay. To get rid of the dotted lines, the selection, you go up to Select, Deselect, or you can just hit Control D on your computer, and then those background edges go away. And then the next step is to get your eraser and kind of fine tune the edges to delete like the parts that you want to clean up the edges. So your eraser tool is hiding under your brush tool. There's a little drop down menu, your eraser tool right here. And I can clean up those edges a little bit if you need to. Okay. To change the size of your brush, there's two ways to do it. If you look down at your keyboard, there's the letter P, and there's two brackets right next to it. One bracket will make your eraser smaller, the other bracket will make your eraser bigger. Okay? Or if you want to come up to the top button up here, you can change the size of your eraser up at the top here. Okay? So those are a couple options for you. That is the first step. Congratulations. Now go back to your directions and figure out what you're doing next. Actually, the next part is the eraser. So I just showed you the eraser. You can try it yourself or watch that demo video next. Okay, good luck. Keep going. As you work, make sure at some point you go up to File and you say Save as PSD, and that will save the work that you're doing. Okay? Nice job.